Now, it's not the phone mic, actually, it's on the DJI, because that's what's coming up. Yeah. So I'm gonna start painting these ones one by one and let them dry, and then we're gonna finish up the torso as well. So this is what I done on Friday. The torso is almost done. Perfect. So it was from the OBS that I didn't raise the volume enough. Thank you for pointing it out, Ron. Much appreciated. Hi, Christina. And now let's start with some color. So usually what I like to use lately as a skin color, it's this one, Wild Gleam Flash. I really like to use it as a base color. So we're gonna start over there, and I'm going to start with the head. Now let me run some water through the airbrush to make sure that it's not. Yeah, that looks like it runs perfectly through. Now, as I mentioned before, I always give two coats to my base colors, so that's one of the reasons I don't use zenithal highlight. I tried it out before. I don't think it's something that works for me, but it works for you, then make sure that you use it. So with this one, I'm gonna go really light, and I'm not gonna rush applying the first layer. So just gonna go slow with it, and just make sure that goes everywhere, especially the part with the hair and in the ears as well, behind the ears. Now with the skin color, you always have to be gentle. Don't overdo it, and make sure that the layers are nice and smooth. So you don't want it to be rough or applied in a bad way, because that's going to show up really quickly when the final product is done. And it's going to be always will be one of those that it's really hard to touch up. Okay, the head is done. So we're going to leave the head and not touch it for a while, and then just paint up everything else. Now, to be honest with the arms, I'm going to do it the same way, but I'm just going to go a little bit faster. Now, sometimes the paint's starting to dry on the tip, so you will always have a wet wipe on handy on close to me. Thank you very much, Ron, for reminding me to. Guys, if you don't mind, it will help out a lot to smash that like button. It's a small thing for you, but it's a huge leap for us. So thank you very much. Much appreciated. The algorithm likes this begging, apparently, for us to keep begging for that like button. So thank you. And I already noticed a small mistake on this arm, which I will have to correct. so I'm going to do that later. Sometimes you don't see the mistakes till you start painting, but as long as you go back and you fixed it, it's no harm done. So always remember, you know it is there, so it will always bother you. And sometimes they're really quick and easy fix, so it's better to do it before the whole model is done. So what I'm talking about is just over here at the shoulder. I didn't sand it down correctly, so I have to do just a little bit sanding here, but again, it's no big deal. I'm just gonna do that when I applied a little bit of the resin. I didn't pay enough attention. And again, sometimes because there's no color on it, it's really hard to see if you do a mistake or not. So with that in mind as well. Now, today I'm streaming a little bit differently. So actually, I'm streaming in multiple streaming services. So I'm doing it on the YouTube, and I'm doing it in the same time on Twitch. This is just a test to see how it works. I'm learning the OBS. So that's why maybe was a problem with the volume as well. But we all do some mistakes on the road to learn how to do it properly. And I'm quite new at streaming, so I started just last week. Was my first couple of streams on YouTube, but I really enjoy it. So I love to do the painting, and I wanted to share it with you guys as well, the process. Now, I do full tutorials, YouTube videos as well, how to paint statues, but that one just takes really long to edit it, and sometimes takes out the fun of the actually doing the painting. This is done as well. And now I will have to do the fingers over here as well. So I'm gonna actually paint up the gloves today, definitely. So I'm just gonna paint up the fingers. Now you can do this with the brush as well, but it's always easier if I can do it with the airbrush. Sometimes the paint, because they are so small, will not go in properly. So sometimes you have to come back and give it a little bit of a brush as well. Now make sure you don't rush over here. You want that paint to go everywhere. Now, if you're wondering why I'm going over the glove a little bit with the skin color, the glove's gonna be painted up red. So this will help me a little bit to paint with the red, because as you may know, painting with red it's really hard. So the skin color will help me a little bit. So that's why I painted it up, if you're wondering. Now again, I'm gonna give 2 coats for the base color always, and then everything else usually is just 1 coat. It depends on the paint as well. Some of the paints have a better coverage, so for those ones are easier, and some of them it takes a little bit longer to cover properly. Now guys, thank you for joining in. Make sure you hit that like button, helps out a lot, much appreciated. I'm going to try to stream this week Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you're welcome to join in and just check out the work I'm doing. Probably I'm going to finish Cammy this week, and then I have already another project lined up. Actually, I have a couple of projects lined up, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to work next on the stream. I have some customs to start working on as well, so those will take priority as well. So probably will be those ones. And now here again, I'm going to go over the glove a little bit just to cover the black up, and then I will have an easy time with the red. Now, how are you today, Ron? Had a good weekend? Now I'm just gonna run a little bit out the paint for my airbrush just to clean out a little bit, so make sure that it doesn't get stuck, because that's the worst nightmare that we can have. Busy weekend, yeah, I know what you mean. This weekend I had to edit a video, I had to prepare a couple of things, and you know when you feel like you've done so much, but when you look around you didn't do anything? That was my weekend. I was really, really busy, but again, when I look back, it's like I didn't do anything. So that always makes you feel kind of a little bit bad, almost like you were lazy. Lots of shopping. Oh, yeah, that sounds like fun. Yeah, today I looked up my printer, and it's still somewhere in Germany, but it didn't get any updates since Friday. But I noticed anything that comes from Germany, they don't really update the location of the shipment, so it always takes a little bit to. The last time it was delivered to my house, and then in the end they just updated that it's en route to me. Yeah, I knew that Germans, they were more accurate with this stuff, but lately I didn't have too much luck with them. So let's hope this weekend I'm gonna get the new printer. I can't wait to start printing with it. I already supported everything in the slicer for any cubic, so I'm really, really happy with that one. And the slicer looks like it works really good as well. It's quite easy to use. I have the old Cheat2 box because that's what's working better for me for my old printer. Now I knew I could update it and use the newer slicer, but I didn't like it. I tried it out. It didn't work too good. Oof! You definitely spent some money. You bought all that stuff. That stuff not as cheap. Yeah, I already put a couple of things on the plate just to see how much it fits. And now the plate size, it's not double like mine, but it feels like the double amount of what I'm printing usually goes on one plate. And again, it's way bigger than mine, but it's not double. But it feels like you can put the double amount on it. So now my plate feels tiny. And again, the slicer, ooh, it just works so good. But again, I had the old G2 box slicer, so maybe now it's a big upgrade, so that's why it's so easy. You bought a sound system as well. So now you can watch YouTube on the big screen as well. And now this is the last part of the skin. Last ball of the statue that shows skin. And again, just a quick reminder, I never use zenithal highlights. It's just not my style. I tried it out, but I usually do give 2 coats of the base color. So maybe that's why as well. Uh, I don't know. I like the FDM printer again. I'm really happy with the quality of the FDM printer. I know you say that you still see the layer lines, but again, when it's just rock, it's no point. And I'm printing already the translucent resin on my Elegu, so that will be still always be printed on it as well. But now I can print because before I didn't make any big models because of the limitation that I have with my printer. So now I can. I have the ability to try out something a little bit bigger. Maybe not like you with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Maybe something smaller because Boga it's huge. Now, usually when I paint up my base colors, I like them to let it dry for a little bit before I do any more work on it. So this is the first coat. So probably I'm going to paint up the skin color on the next stream. And this one I'm going to be focusing on something else a little bit. But don't forget, join in. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the schedule Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but that's the plan so far. If the plans change, I'm going to do a schedule event anyway. So I hope to see you guys here. And again, I'm going to come back and give it another light coat to this one. I'm seeing a little bit of an imperfection on her skin. So I will have to take care of that. Oh, because then you can print it because you didn't have the printer when you printed that one, right? You had just the Pro, not the Max. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't have too many printers. I only had 3. And this is the one, no, this is the 4th. So this is the 4th printer, and this is what I had for the longest. I had it for 3 years, but I really, really like this printer. So at the moment, I have a huge black dot on the screen. So I can still print on it, but just part of the screen that I cannot use. And I am presuming that it's going to be bigger in time more I use it. So eventually I'm going to change out the screen as well. So this way I will have 2 printers working fully, which is always a good idea. Now, thank you very much guys for joining in. Don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out a lot. And check out my good friend, the 3D painter. He's streaming every day as well during the week, and he's doing the same as I do, but different. So he's doing more lights in the statues, and again, his work a little bit different, but it's still amazing. Go and check it out. I learned so much from him, and I'm pretty sure you can do the same. He has some really, really cool ideas, and if you have the opportunity and the time, please do so. And now here, I'm gonna finish up the torso. So I'm gonna give a wash, but it's not even a wash. I'm gonna use the contrast paint to give it on the harness, if I find it. So is this cargo brown? So at the moment it's a blue-black color, and I wanted to do it something a little bit different. I never done this, so this will be my first time I'm testing this one out to see how it works. Okay, I like it. So I'm gonna paint all of this up. And today I did bring in the hair dryer, so when I have to dry something, I can do that as well, so I don't have to use the airbrush anymore. If anybody has a really good hair dryer that it's quiet, put it down in the comment down below and I'm going to look it up. The moment the one I have, it's really, really loud. So if I start using it, nobody will hear anything. And of course, it's my wife's hair dryer, so I'm pretty sure she will want it back. Or maybe I buy her a new one and I just keep this one for myself. I'm pretty sure she will not mind it. And now here, as I said before, guys, I'm painting up Cammy from Street Fighter. This file is from LA Figures. You can find them on the Patreon. They have really, really cool characters. And depends how good is this video is going to do. Probably I'm going to paint up a couple of more Street Fighters, definitely. When I was a kid, I used to play Mortal Kombat mostly. But I always loved Street Fighter as well. Now, guys, if any of you have any question, just put it down below and I'm going to try to answer them as soon as possible. Now, if I'm not wrong, my chat has just a little bit of a delay, but not too much. Oh, by the way, around on Sunday, I joined in Hobby Times Modelers group stream, and it was pretty cool. The guys over there, they're doing some amazing work. If you guys are interested in minis or anything like that, go and check out Hobby Times Modelers. They're doing some separate project in a group stream, so it's pretty cool. Go and check out Trek Mods as well. He's doing a lot of Star Trek. Myself, I'm more into statues. I started with minis uh, during the COVID, and then I got my printer to do some miniatures. And then as soon as I realized I can pay full statues, you missed it. So yeah, then I got the printer as a gift for my wife, and since then I went into the minis, and been doing that. So I've been doing this for like around 5 years now, and I love doing it. I have to say, it's really, really fun. Now, unfortunately, this hobby, like any other hobbies, it's not cheap. So if you like to support me or you like to help me out, you can do so on my Patreon or like a YouTube member. Feel free to do that. Or the most simple and easiest way to do it is just hit that like button. It helps out a lot, and we're going to be in the good grace of the algorithm. So more people like you who are interested in the hobby can see my channel. I feel my channel is being suppressed a little bit by the algorithm lately. So every little thing helps, and I will be much appreciated. Now, I'm not sure yet exactly which will be the next model after this. I have a couple of them printed out, and as I said, I have a custom that I have to print up as well. So I'm not sure if that will be on camera, but I'm gonna record it anyway. So maybe I'm just gonna do like a straight up how to paint video of it. We will see which one will be on live. I have a couple of prints. I have a Kratos, the new Kratos, the dad Kratos, as you will say it. I have that from the Wicked 3D. I got that statue printed a couple of months ago. So maybe I'm gonna do that. I have a little bit of a kit bashing done to it, so it's gonna be a little bit different than all the other statues of him out there. So it could be him or it could be somebody else. I'm gonna do a Broly from Dragon Ball Z. So it's gonna be a Super Saiyajin as well. And then again, I'm not sure which will be on the live stream and which will be on straight to video. Let me know if you have any preferences. Let me know what you like to watch usually, if you watch anime or you watch movies or you just like video games. Now, I love Halo, so Tanuki Figures has a really cool Master Chief. So I'm kind of think about it to paint that one up as well, to print it out. But again, I'm a little bit tight on the schedule lately, so I don't have too much time. So I already printed out a couple of them, so I have to finish those ones first. I have a Jujutsu Kaisen character as well, Gato, that's going to come soon. So I think at first, before I start anything else printing, I should do those. But I have to do the Brawly, so that will be next that I'm going to print. I wanted to paint up a couple of figures from Bucklemancer. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name. I'm sorry for that. Uh, but I have to put it on hold because at the moment, just it's no point just printing lots of statues and then not doing them. So I have to catch up a little bit with what I have. And then here on live stream, I have a couple of plans that I want to do as well. I have a couple of figures that I never finished. So I would like to finish those figures up as well. So probably that will be another project that I'm gonna go in. I have the Scarlet Witch from Z Studios, and I have an older Hulk from Z Studios as well, to which I never finished the base. So those will be a couple of the projects that I want to finish, and then I'm gonna do some giveaway as well soon. So if you're interested to win one of my statues, stay tuned. I'm gonna make an announcement soon. I just have to decide which character to give away. Now, the last time I give away, it was one of my cables, but then straight after that, I got a different cable, so I painted that one up. So at least now I have a cable. By the way, Cable from X-Men, it's one of my favorite characters. If you can see on my channel as well, I have lots of X-Men. Okay, something happened here. I put a little bit of paint where I didn't want it, but we removed it easily, so that's okay. Oh, by the way, I hope the mic is not too loud at the moment. I hope it's normal. So let me guys know in the chat if it's okay or it's too loud. Because I raised it up a little bit to the OBS, but I'm not sure how loud it is. So I just want to make sure I don't shout out your ears. I was thinking to do a poll on my channel as well to see what models you guys will be interested. So maybe in the future we could do those as well. And then you can vote and see, or I'm gonna put up specific characters and then you can choose which one to paint it up. I didn't figure out yet how I'm going to do it. So again, if you're interested to see one of your favorite characters, stay tuned. You can give it a subscribe to my channel. That would be much appreciated. And then that way, when I go live as well, you're gonna get a notification. So that will be pretty cool. And don't forget to hit that like button. Again, the algorithm loves us to beg for some likes. And I'm new to live streaming, so as I mentioned before, I just started this week, the last week, sorry, Monday. So I'm still learning the ropes. Before I used to stream straight from my phone, which was pretty simple, straight up. And now I said that I'm gonna try today to stream from my PC through OBS, and I'm streaming to Twitch as well. So I'm gonna be curious how is that working. Okay. Now I'm gonna come back later. I'm just gonna put some different colors in here just to spice it up a little bit. Not too much. I'm not gonna do anything crazy with the hardness. Just a little bit to stand out a little bit more. I'm gonna actually paint this one up as well, and then I'm gonna leave those two parts of the strap on paint with this brown contrast paint. So Ron, are you gonna stream today as well? I hope. And guys, if you have some free time on your hands, go and check out Drone's channel as well. Of course, after I'm finished, he usually streams after me with depends on what time I'm finished. I stop streaming, but usually it's after an hour or so after me. At the moment, he's doing a really cool Daredevil. He's from Sanex 3D, and he makes the base with some light up options as well. As far as I know, he's doing two bases, but they look really, really cool. So if you're interested in something like that, go and check out his channel. And now I'm kind of done with this. I'm gonna come back after dries and then do a couple of shades and see how it goes then. I always like to, when I work on my figures, just to do it almost step by step and see how it goes. And now I'm gonna do her Barrett, and this is red, and I don't have white primer at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna give it a light coat of white. I'm gonna do it a off white, so not perfectly white coat, and then I'm gonna go with the red. Now painting red over black, it's real pain. So I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. So this is my favorite of white. So I'm using this whenever I need to use a white. So this will be my main base color. It's really, really good. But if you really want to cover something, then you can use the back tan. That will cover anything up. So now with this one, I'm gonna give a really light coat. And then this is going to help me to do the reds in a more decent manner. Okay, that will do. So we leave it to dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit it with the hair dryer. So that's going to help us out a little bit to dry it faster. So guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. And make sure that you hit that like button, much appreciated. If you're wondering what I'm working on, it's Cammy from Street Fighter. And the model, if you like it and you would like to pick it up, it's from LA Figures. Now, this is not a sponsor or anything like that. This is, I picked up the model myself and I really, really liked it. And just wanted to do something different. And because I didn't do a female character for some time, I decided to do her. And I'm just going to check to see if any paint went back in my airbrush, but it didn't, so that's a good sign. And now to choose the red. So on her Barrett, it's Burnett, whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing correctly. It looks like it's a little bit more darker red, so I was thinking to go with this one and then maybe give some highlights with this. And then, of course, I'm going to use a red wash to do some shadows. So I'm going to mix up this paint really good. And now it's going to be a little bit loud from the hair dryer, but I will have to dry the part that I just painted up. Now this is done, so I'm going to use this thread. So here. And let me check something really quick out. And here we go. And now, as I said before, I'm going to use this for the hat. Okay, the paint is too thick, so I'm gonna use some thinner, if I can find it, over here. Maybe a little bit more. This is a little bit thicker than I was expecting. So make sure you thin down your paint before you use it. I didn't use this red for some time, so didn't remember to be so thick. And now let's try again. I hope nothing gets stuck in the airbrush so I don't have to waste the paint. Okay, it looks like it's going to be fine. Now, guys, thank you very much for joining in. And don't forget to hit that like button. Much appreciated. It helps out a lot. It helps us stay in the good grace of the YouTube algorithm. And today I'm continuing painting up Cammy. When I say I continue painting her up, I was working on her for the last week. Mainly I done the base, and today later on I'm gonna do a couple of changes to the base. I didn't like how the colors are looking at the moment. Hey, how are you, Bean? Hey, Dean, see you for some time. How it's going? So I'm gonna use the hair dryer to dry it up really quick. Oh yeah, work takes away the time we have for this hobby. So, did you start painting up Bumblebee, or you didn't have any time over the weekend? No, that will do. Again, I'm gonna clean out the airbrush from the red. We don't need it anymore. Now, what I like to do as well, sometimes when you leave more paint in the cup for longer, the paint dries in a bit inside the cup. So I like to take one of these wet wipes and just clean it out a little bit. As you can see, a couple of pieces are already over there. So I really don't want to take the airbrush apart when I'm painting. So I'm trying to avoid any clogs. Oh, that sounds that it's going slow. You said you have two printers, Bean, right? Well, what I'm doing, I'm using the thinner to clear the airbrush. Yeah, he's big. And I think Optimus Prime from Zaz it's even bigger, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure because I never done them, but as long as I remember, it's a little bit taller. So whoever decides to do both of them, that person will have his hands full for some time. So what I'm doing now, I'm trying to dry the paint. And now I'm gonna use this Cardboard Crimson. This is a wash from Citadel. And I'm just gonna do the shadows from the bottom up. Yeah, I know. I had only that printer for 3 years, so I know your pain. But you can still print one or two over here and there, so that still helps you out if you have two printers. It's still a little bit faster. Now it looks like this airbrush, the fine detail one, it's a little bit sticky on the inside. I hope I cleaned it before I put it away, but I'm gonna just take out the needle really quickly and just make sure that, oh yeah, he has a little bit over here. So I'm gonna remove that. After a while, when you know your airbrushes, when you work for it for so long, you know when it's time to clean. Now I'm trying to clean them as much as possible, but I try not to do big cleans on it because again, you can damage it, so you have to watch out with that one. But just after every paint, just try to clean it out as much as possible, and that will give you a long life. Now, I wasn't too gentle with my airbrushes when I got them. I was still in the learning phase, so yeah, I had to change a couple of needles out. But otherwise, they're quite good, so can't complain. Okay, so you clean slowly. So yeah, that's that will give you some more time. And now make sure when you're using the washers or anything that it's a little more thinner to lower your pressure a little bit. So you can do those fine details. Now here I'm just gonna spray this wash from the bottom up, as you can see over here how I'm holding the piece. And I'm trying to do it as nicely as possible. And then I have a brighter red, which I'm gonna do a little bit of highlights on the top of the hat. I know it's called a beret or something, but I'm just gonna call it a hat. It's gonna be easier for me. I just keep mispronouncing it, so. Yeah, Ben, my Pro Max M7 Max, it's on the way, so finally I'm gonna have a bigger plate as well. So prints will take. Actually, this is faster than the Saturn 3 Ultra, so I'm gonna paint faster, better, and more at the same time I was printing with the Saturn Ultra. So I can't wait for that to come. I hope it's gonna be here somewhere around the weekend. So I'm gonna have to rearrange my printers a little bit. We'll see how I'm going to do that. I'm planning to get one of those enclosures that Ron has as well. But again, first I have to see where I'm putting it and how much space I'm going to have. Now I think this will do. So let's clear out the brush. And now I have another model that I have printed out. It's from Darksiders. It's that the Four Horsemen. So I would like to paint him up as well. Uh, I will see when it's gonna come time to him. So after I finish Cammy, I have to see who I'm going to focus on. I have a custom Broly to make, so I'm not sure if that will be on camera at the moment, or it's going to be on camera anyway, but it's not going to be live streamed. Maybe it's going to be just a video how to paint the whole thing up. I'm still thinking which one to make next, and depends when I'm finishing Cammy up as well. And now I'm going to use this more brighter red to do some highlights on the top. Now guys, thanks for joining the Gambit Neo Airlines. Just sit back and relax and enjoy yourselves. And in the meantime, you're enjoying yourselves, just make sure you hit that like button. Much appreciated. Every little thing helps. So feel free, don't feel any pressure like my airbrush. And now just gonna do a little bit of a highlights on the top of it, but I don't want to do the whole part. So I still want to leave some of the older red out. Now I'm really gentle with this one, so I don't know how much the camera actually is picking up. Okay, maybe the pressure a little bit lower. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it on the edge a little bit of red. But now, of course, the paint is coming a little bit too strong, so we cannot do that fine line that I'm looking for. And here we go. Now it's working. So now I'm just gonna do on the edge of the hat, a little bit on this fold. Like this. Yeah, that looks good. And then I have to apply some black and the silver on the eagle. And that's it. The hat is done. And then lift off the pressure. Now, guys, thanks for joining in. Make sure you hit that like button, much appreciated. And if you like what I'm doing here, you can check out the 3D Painter channel as well. He's gonna be streaming a couple of hours after me, so feel free to check him out. He's doing some cool shit as well on his channel. He's currently working on a Daredevil, and he has a really cool base that lights up. Go and give him some love as well. And now I'm done with this airbrush, so I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna put it back the other one, it's just over here. So I'm gonna take out the needle for this one and just check it out if he has any dry paint on it. He has a little bit, but not too much, so that's okay. I'm gonna put some water in the body of the airbrush. And as you can see, yes, some red paint came out. Okay. So now this is clean. I can move on to the next part. And now I will have to do some brush painting. So take out my wet palette, put some water in here before everything dries out. And now we need some black. And before I do the black, I'm just gonna dry it up the had a little bit with the okay. Now we have the black over here, and just do this nice fine line, which I always love to do with black. Okay, why is this? Oh, okay, so big mistake. This is a wash and not the black. I just realized it. And where is my black? That's the question. That's a good question. Where is my black? So, I keep confusing the wash with the black because this was used to be the black that I'm using, but I have no more of this, so I'm gonna use the Citadel black. There are two different blacks, but this is just a little bit of it, so it doesn't really matter. This is more a flat black anyway as well, so here we go. Now that's much better coverage already. I always love to do fine lines with black because if you mess it up, it's really easy to cover it up. And if you didn't pick it up, I was a little bit sarcastic about this. Doing fine lines with black, it's always the most pain in the ass process. Because any small mistake, it's quite hard to correct it, and then it's gonna be over there. And as I mentioned before, I have a little bit of OCD, so I don't like to have imperfections on my models. So I always strive to make sure that if I see something, I correct it in time before the final product. And now I'm going to do on the inside as well a little bit. And probably I will have to give a second coat. Or maybe not, we will see. I think that will do fine. It looks good to me. I don't think it needs a second coat anyway. Oh, actually, I need a gold color as well to paint up the eagle. So, Bean, are you ready to record your painting as well? Have you everything already? I think you mentioned it the last time, but I just cannot remember from top of my head. So please help me remember if you got everything that you need. I'm not sure about your camera, but you can use your phone. So Yeah, that looks pretty good. And on this one, I'm gonna use a little bit of a wash, brown red wash, and that's it. The hat it's done, and we can move on to the next one. So I'm gonna use Raglan Flash Shade. This is the best wash for any gold. It goes really, really good with gold. So this is the gold that I used. Halax Gold. Now I'm still using a lots of Citadel paint because I still have them since when I painted the minis, and because I'm not using as much of them, they last for longer. But I still using the washes every day. Those are the best washes out there. Yeah, that looks okay to me. I don't know how much the camera will pick up, so I'm trying to bring it a little bit closer. Yeah, that looks okay. And now on this one, I can give a clear coat. Let it dry a little bit. Hi, Kate. Thanks you for joining in. Now, guys, remember to hit that like button. It helps out a lot, more than you would believe. And go out and check out my channel for full-on YouTube videos of how to paint statues. And one of my statues over there, the Beetle, the Ant King, was sculpted by Kate, who's here in the chat. And at the moment, she's working with some really, really amazing miniatures. On the previous video, I put in the link for her mini factory. So go and check it out. It's pretty cool if you're in minis. And she's an amazing artist as well. Now, this is done, so I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. And then I'm gonna give it a clear coat. And I'm gonna give the second coat on the skin tones. As I mentioned before, I usually don't do the zenithal highlight, but I do a really good coat on for the base color. So this one is ready to go. And again, guys, this model was sculpted by LA Figures, and it's a really, really nice sculpt. I really like the guys how they done over here. So if you like the model, go and pick it up. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything like that by them. I picked up this model by myself because I really, really liked it. So Now, with the fist over here, after I pass this color, I'm gonna do, the gloves are going to be red, but these parts over here, I'm gonna paint them up in chrome, and then I'm gonna use an ink on it, so it's gonna give this really nice apple red color to it. And then we're gonna come back, put some wash and some scratches on it, so it's going to look amazing. It's gonna be more like a candy red, if that makes any sense. I saw this, the ground effect had used it, and I really liked it because I wanted to paint up the Hulkbuster from Z Studios, so I picked it up. But then I found actually a color that I like a little bit more, so I have all that I'm not going to use anyway. So I'm going to use some of it on her. What time? It's 7:22 at the moment. Okay, so this is the base color for the skin. Now, I mentioned before as well, I like to leave the base color to dry a little bit before I do anything else to it. Now on this one, I just realized this is the arm that I have to do some sanding. So I don't know why I'm keep painting it. So this one has to be sanded down a little bit. It's nothing major, it's just I put a little bit of a resin on it. And because sometimes it's really tricky to see the resin, I didn't notice it. So I'm gonna go back on that, resand it, and then redo the skin color on it as well. And then probably not tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to do the skin color properly. So the whole paint up for the skin color will be on the Wednesday. So if you're interested, you can join in. I'm gonna start the stream around 6 o'clock again. But if you don't make it, just make sure you check out the video, and then of course always give it a like and subscribe. Now here today, probably I'm gonna do one of her boots as well, but not this one. And I'm going to do it as a brown leather. And then probably this one I'm going to do it next time when I finish the skin color. Now when you apply the base color, just make sure that you apply an equal amount on the whole piece. So you don't want it to, on one side to run and the other one to have no paint. But this is, like I said, it's just the base color. So on this one, we're going to do some shading, and then we're going to do some highlights and then some glazing as well. So the glaze will help bring everything together. So now I'm going to use this brown. This is one of my favorites, brown, to use it for leather. It's this oak brown, and it gives some really really cool leather to look to the boots or whatever you're using on it that you want. Try to make it look as leather. Actually, I'm going to use this on a couple of the parts of the harness. So the wet palette needs to come out. If I find where I put it, so it's over here. Okay, so I'm gonna use this brown on the straps. Now here, if you make any mistakes, don't worry too much about it. You can always come back and clean it up. Now she will have some straps on her tie as well, so that will have to be painted up the same way as this I'm doing over here. I just want to introduce a little bit of a different color as well, so I don't want the whole straps to be just a little bit too boring. But I have to watch out I don't overdo it as well in the same time. In a worst case scenario, if I don't like it, I can just come back and put some more paint on top of it, and that will be it. I'm gonna do this on every straps on the back as well. As you can see, I just applied a little bit of the silver. I didn't do a proper silver color because I wasn't sure what color I'm gonna use. Sometimes I just block in the colors so I have an idea to how to do it, but it's not even the final color, so sometimes I just change it out to something else, something different. And today over here I saw with the straps, a little bit everything was just blending together. So again, I wanted to make a little bit standing out, so it's not everything one color. Now this is an airbrush brown, so this will take a little bit, couple of coats to cover properly. So at the moment it's quite light. Now I have two more on the other side, on the front, and that's it. We're kind of done with this. Now sometimes I do some work off camera as well, but those will be just cleaning up or doing second coats or something like that. But every main work that I'm doing it on the camera. Usually off camera, I'm doing just the parts that doesn't really matter if you see it or not. But if you ever not sure about something, how I did it, you can reach out to me. I will be more than happy to show it or to explain it next time. And again, you can check out my channel. I have full how to paint videos on it. so that could be always helping out. Soon is gonna new video gonna go up with cable, and in that one I'm trying a little bit different format out. So I always use cards with the color that I'm using. And now what I did, they're still gonna be there, so they're not gonna go away, but they're gonna be up in the corner. I found that it was taking up too much space when I put it on the full screen, and I don't think it's needed. Now they're gonna be up on the screen for a little bit longer than before, so for 10 seconds, but it will be not as intrusive, so it will be a little bit more easy on the eyes. So remember, if you want to see them, it will be on the new video that comes out this Thursday, and then again the car colors will be up on the right hand side corner in the videos. Well, I'm gonna see how it works out if you guys like it. So this is how far I went with the. I still have to touch up here and there a little bit the black, but I'm not worrying about that. I'm gonna finish up the harness and then go from there. See, I think this way it looks a little bit better with the brown in it. So I'm gonna give a couple of coats just to cover everything. Actually, I'm gonna do this piece here as well. Why not just do it as one piece of the ladder? It will make more sense in the long game. And same on the other side as well. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna put down this and let's see what's next. I'm gonna give a clear coat to the hat. So this is pretty much done. Alright guys, if you just joined in, please give it a like, give it a subscribe. I'm streaming now and I forgot to turn on the sound on my phone, so let's do that. I'm going to try to stream on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. So if you have some free time, please join in. Oh, hi, Simi. And now I'm going to use this clear coat to seal in the work that I done. That's it. Now we're gonna leave to dry. So this coat that I'm using, the varnish, this one, this is not the final coat. This is just the coat that usually I do. You can take it almost as a safe game when I want to make sure that if I do any mistakes, I don't lose the previous work on the painting. So when you feel it like you can mess up a little bit, you can use a clear varnish. I'm using this one. It's a really good one. I had it for a really long time as well. There are lots of good varnishes out there, so you can use whatever you want. I used the army painter one, and back then I wasn't too happy with it. But otherwise, Okay, and this is done. So it's dry, but I'm gonna leave it dry for longer. So usually I do a different finish clear coat for the end, and I showed it that one on my previous video. So if you want to see it, go and check out my previous video. And it's from Winsor & Newton, and it's a little bit more expensive, so that's why I use that only as the final coat. And it's from a can, so yeah, that looks I don't know, the finish varnish on it just looks a little bit more professional with that one to me. And now here I'm going to paint up the left boot. So this will be one of the dam that's going to be on the video, and I'm gonna paint up the other one off video. We'll see how much time I have and how far I can go. As I mentioned, I'm gonna use this brown. This is my favorite brown for leather. Okay, looks like paint it's a bit thick. Okay, something is in my airbrush, so I will have to clean it out before I can do anything else. So I'm gonna try to use this paint up as much as possible because I don't like to waste. But now would be a really good time to clean out the airbrush so I don't have more problems coming up. Okay, that's pretty good for the first coat anyway. And now, yeah, this something got stuck in it, so that's always fun. Now this glove, it's pretty messed up as well, so it's time to change it out because I don't want to put more paint on whatever I'm doing. Everything looks pretty cool, so I think it's just the nozzle that got stuck. So I have these alcohol wipes that I make. So these are alcohol wipes, 99% alcohol wipes. And how I'm making these ones, it's literally just taking the wet wipes, getting all the water out of it, dry it out a little bit, and then just pull some 99% alcohol on it, and that's it. That's how you make your alcohol wipes. Easy peasy. Now I had to do this during the lockdown, the COVID lockdown, because you couldn't buy them. And after that, the price went really, really high for the alcohol wipes, and it never went back down. And it's really, really easy for me to use it for even when I'm doing the prints to clean everything down after I take out the build plate. It's just so easy with the alcohol wipe, and then even to clean out the airbrush or any paints. So yeah, as you can see over here on the camera, that was the piece that was inside. So that was the one that was causing the problems. And I usually like to roll it up a little bit and then insert it into the nozzle and then twist it a little bit and try to push it in the same time. So if anything dries to the nozzle, it takes it out. And then again, over here, you can see some more parts came out. Now the nozzle looks clean, but it's something still stuck in it. And now I will have to use the nozzle cleaner. Now, this was my biggest problem when I start doing airbrush, especially when I was cleaning. So this tool, it's really, really good, but it's really dangerous for the nozzle as well. So when you put it in and if you push it too hard, you can, oh, here you go, more stuff came out. You can make the nozzle opening a little bit too big, and then it will be really, really bad for your airbrush. So this one, you have to be really gentle and not push it in all the way out. Now this is a 0.4 millimeter nozzle, so it's quite has a big hole on the end of it. So that's pretty good, but I messed up some of my nozzles because I was pushing too hard on the needle. So it's a really good tool, but it's a really dangerous tool in the same time because you can mess up your nozzles really easily. Now, chat, I can see today you're really, really quiet. So it looks like nobody has any other questions. Or everybody's focusing on their work. Let me know, guys, if you're working on anything at the moment or you're just planning out what will be your next work. And for those who joined just now, thank you very much for choosing me. My name is Gambit Neo, and I'm painting up Cammy from Street Fighter. And this is the 5th video with her. And they're gonna be at least 2 more. So it looks like something else is in there. Okay, here we go. As you can see, more stuff came out. So yeah, definitely looks like something dry in there. I don't know what could it be. So have the last corner of the wet wipe. So I'm gonna put a little bit water on it as well, and then try to stick it back. And hopefully this time we cleared it out, the whole nozzle. You're killing back robots on the Xbox. Yeah. So I'm presuming you're still playing Arc Raiders. I hope they're gonna give you the update that you're waiting for. There's something still in there. It looks like. Yeah, it came out now. So let's hope that that is the last of it. I think this is the varnish from the last time. Remember, guys, the last time, yeah, that's clean. The last time I forgot to clean out the varnish, so I think that's just dried in a little bit, and now it's causing headaches. But now it should be fine. All of it should be out, so we should back and running. That sounds pretty good. Sounds like it's clear. No funny noises. Yeah, I got 077 First Light on the PlayStation 5 from my wife as a gift. Yesterday, I didn't have time to even put it in the PlayStation to install it. So hopefully this week I will have some free time and I can test out the game. Apparently it's really, really good. Can't wait to test it out. These days I don't have too much time, unfortunately, to play video games. So I'm trying to focus on this part as much as possible. Now I'm just going to give a little bit more, otherwise I will not even do it, but just a little bit more of the paint because the last time the airbrush was a little bit clogged, so the paint didn't go everywhere where I wanted. Let me put on the glove, otherwise my hand's going to be all brown. And now guys, you saw it as well how I'm cleaning my airbrush. Everybody has a different way. It's no good or wrong way. It's just whatever works for you. For me, these alcohol wipes spare so much time and it's quite fast because the alcohol dissolves the pieces inside of it. So for me, it works really, really good. And now that's it with the brown on the boots. And now what I will have to do is to do the gloves with the chrome. Now the chrome can be a little bit messy. So here we have the chrome and then here we have the cleaner as well. This works as a cleaner and as a thinner as well. And I think most of the product work as a cleaner and a thinner. Maybe not exactly the same, but they are really close to each other. So I'm going to use the Super Chrome Aka to do the gauntlets. Now the gloves, they're just going to be plain red, but this part's going to be the metallic. So I'm going to paint them up in chrome and then give a red candy, apple candy color to it, which is going to be really, really cool. So what I have to do now is going to be a little bit tricky because I have to tape it up a little bit, but I cannot tape it up too much either. So let's do that. Actually, I'm not even going to use tape. I'm going to use this. Now, this is masking putty for airbrushes, and it's from, I think this is from Aka Studios as well. No, this is from Green Stuff World. I actually never tried out the Green Stuff World paint. I always wanted to do it. Where I'm buying the paint here in Ireland, they don't really have it in the shop. So next time when I put in the order from the UK, from Elemental Games, I'm gonna try some of them out. I heard they have some really nice technical paints. So I'm kind of a little bit curious to try those ones out. Now with this one, I'm just gonna put it. Now I don't want to go too close to the metal part because I want the chrome to go in correctly. But because the chrome color, it's a little bit more thicker, it's not runny as other colors. If you put it too close to the cutoff, it's going to look weird. And I don't want that. So I'm going to adjust here in a second, just to make sure that I don't touch the parts that have to be painted up with the chrome. Now I have to be honest with you, this putty, after if I'm using chrome on it, you can almost throw it out. It's not as good. Ah, okay, perfect. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna join in tomorrow. So guys, if you like what I'm doing here and you like live streaming, you can check out the 3D painter. He's an amazing dude and he's doing some amazing work as well. It's similar than mine, but it's different in the same time. He does a lot of things with lights. Uh, Maybe one day I have to try it out, but I have so many already on my plate, so I don't want to do too much and then not giving the right attention to it. But who knows? Maybe one day I'm going to pick it up. But till then, go and definitely check out the 3D painter. He has some cool things. He's working on Daredevil at the moment, and his base has actually two bases, and one of them it's lighting up. It's really, really cool. And then again, if you like minis, check out Kate's work. I linked the shop to the mini factory in the previous video. Probably I'm going to give a link here as well, but you can find it in my previous video. So that will be Cammy stream part 4 on my channel. So go there and check it out. She does some amazing work as well. If you try to learn the hobby, it's better to check out all the channels because everybody has a different way of doing things. Even with the masking, I be masking this in a way, somebody will do it definitely in some other way. Usually I don't really like to use tape because with the tape you have a risk to remove some of the paint even if you give a clear coat. Now that doesn't mean you're gonna do it, but you always have the chance. It happened to me and then I had to redo the whole thing. So yeah, so I'm using this putty, and again I'm trying to not to go too close to the parts that I want to be chrome. But this putty that I used on these two fists, unfortunately, after using with the chrome, I will have to throw it out because the kind of the chrome stays in it, and it just makes it really, really bad. Makes the putty a little bit unusable. But that's what you get for if you want to use some really nice chrome. That's the price that you have to pay for it. And now this is done as well. So let's do that really nice chrome on it. And again, I'm gonna use this super chrome from Aka. They're making really, really nice products as well. I'm using a lot of them. I used to use some metallics for them, but that metallics, they're really toxic. I still have them at the same time, but uh, they were really heavy on my airbrush as well, and I had to use a specific cleaner, which I think actually broke my airbrushes a little bit. So I'm not kind to use those anymore. So now let's do this nice chrome. Now for this one, you want to do really slow. You don't want the chrome to start running down. It's gonna make look the chrome really bad. But in the same time, you have to do a thick layer of it. And at the moment, this is the nicest chrome I found out there and the easiest one to work with it. So if you have better ones, please let me know. I'm interested. I'm planning to paint up a hull poster, which the whole thing has to be covered in chrome. So if you have something that works better than this one, I will be more than happy to give it a try. And that's it. So that's the chrome done at the moment on the first one. And now let's go to the second one. I was advised to do all your chrome paints in one. So when you clean out your airbrush, you don't have to go back and clean it again and again and again. So try to do everything that you need to do with chrome at once. Now this stuff is really heavy on your airbrush as well, but it's the only way you can apply it. You can try doing with the brush, but that will never look right. It will be always something that's going to look off. So just be mindful on that one. Maybe don't use your best airbrush as well on it, and try to use a bigger needle and nozzle on it as well. That will help. And okay, that looks pretty good to me. So that's a really nice chrome. But it's not gonna stay like that because I'm gonna use an apple candy red on it. So now when you just let me show you how many process I have to go to clean this out. So first of all, I'm gonna put in the thinner, run the airbrush. Now I'm trying to run all the cleaner out, so it removes most of the chrome. So fill it up again, run it again, and then we are kind of done with this. And now I'm going to take some alcohol and run some alcohol through my airbrush as well, because that thing is still inside. So just because we done all that, you see, even on the top over here, you can still see the chrome. Now with the alcohol, I'm just going to remove the chrome and the thinner as well in the same time. And now some airbrush cleaner. And this is the process I'm doing every time, just to make sure that I'm removing all the chrome from it, because that chrome just sticks to everything, but not the things that you want to. So and now I'm going to take out my needle and then just clean it down. I don't see any paint coming off of it, so that's good. And wait a second, I'm going to run some water to the airbrush body. Yeah, some stuff still came out. So let's hope that's the end of the chrome in my airbrush for today. And now I was keep mentioning that apple candy that I saw in one of the ground affected videos. So it's actually this one. So actually I picked up a couple of them, 4, because I was planning to do the hull poster. So actually I never used this one. So I'm gonna be really curious to see how it works. Now I'm going to use one of these to transfer the paint into the airbrush, because otherwise you can do a really big mess. And these bottles, they're really tiny as well, so that doesn't help. Yeah. Now I'm gonna drop a little bit of the thinner in it, and apparently the perfect thinner to use with this one is this. And I'm already using this thinner. I just put it on in a smaller bottle because this one it's not that easy to use. So I put it in this one, but it's the same. So apparently goes really good with this one. So I'm gonna put a little bit thinner in it because what I can see here it's a little bit too thick. So I want it just a little bit more lighter. Gonna mix it up really good. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining, much appreciated. And I will love and appreciate even more if you like that, hit that like button. Helps out a lot. And now let's try out this. So this will be the first time actually I'm going to use this apple candy. Now let's see, actually first let's see if the chrome is dry. Now this chrome is really nice, but uh, I really like it. But if I don't have to use it, I will avoid it. It's just because a little bit messy, but it gives a really nice look to whatever you're going to use with. So on that side, it's really nice, really good. I don't even know if I want to hit this with the hair dryer, because even if you turn the hair dryer on cold, it's still a little bit too warm. So I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm trying to avoid that. And now let's see. Yeah, this is dry, so I can apply the red apple candy to it. Now, guys, after doing this, probably I'm going to stop after that. So we're gonna still go for a couple of more minutes and see how this is going to turn out. To be honest, I still think this is a little bit thick. So we will see if we have to thin it down a little bit. Then after this, I'm just gonna do that. Now make sure you put on the, because you don't want to spill it out. This was way too expensive to waste it. And now let's go with this nice even the smell, it's like apple candy. Now make sure that you go in every nooks and crannies that you can. I like it. It's really nice. but it's quite thick as well. And I did put some thinner in it. Okay, it's really hard to take it out for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna put some more thinner. I'm gonna finish this one up. Yeah, this will do. Just to see the difference. And as far as I know, this is water washable as well, so you don't really need anything fancy to clean it out. Just water will do. But we're gonna use some airbrush cleaner on the airbrush, and I'm gonna thin down a little bit this the rest of it because it looks a little bit too thick and it doesn't want to come out of the bottle. So I'm gonna put some more thinner in it and then mix it up a little bit more. I remember even Ground Affected was saying that you have to thin it down really, really good. I don't want to explode it when I open it. Okay, let's see now if it's any easier to put it in the airbrush. Maybe this thing is not as good either. Oh yeah, it's definitely easier to put it in the airbrush now. So it's like has a thickness to it, so it's really tricky. And now I'm making a mess and it's running everywhere. So yeah, it's a pretty nice color. I really, really like it. Oh, that was my bad. I just hit the phone. And now let's do this one as well, the same thing. At the start, we're going really, really light and try to go in every nook and cranny and just fill it in. And then come back as we go and just give it a more thicker coat. Don't forget to do it over here as well. Now the only thing will be now that I have to paint up the gloves with the brush. So that will be really much fun. Okay, this is a really nice thread. I really like it. I have some paint left in my airbrush, so I want to use it up. And now clear out the airbrush again, really good. Now I don't want any of this stuff to be drying inside. So again, I'm gonna take it apart quickly just to check if any paint went back. This looks clear, clean, I mean. Let's run some. Yeah, a little bit came out. So it didn't go past the seal. So that's always good because you don't want your paint to go in the back. You always want it to go in the front. So if it goes in the back, that means your seal is gone. So you will have to change those ones out. And they're really hard to find sometimes. So yeah, this one, it's a pretty cool one. I really like it. Now I'm gonna dry a little bit up and I'm gonna take down the mask, the putty. It's always so much fun taking it down when it heats up. That's it. So now I will have to paint up the gloves all red, so that will be fun. As you can see, it has a little bit this red on the glove, but I don't want it on the glove, so I will have to correct over here. So I will take my blade and just scratch a little bit off, because otherwise when you paint it up with the red, you're gonna see a small indentation in it. Thank you, Sim. Yes, it goes a lot of work in it, and that's why we say it's a really expensive hobby, because it's not just the money, it's the time that you invest in it. And to be honest with you, more time you put in it, more better your statue is going to look like. And that's amazing. So as you can see again over here, now I'm going to stop here. I'm just going to dry this one up, and then tomorrow we're going to finish this. We're going to finish the boots definitely. And I didn't get a chance, not tomorrow, sorry, on Wednesday. And I didn't get a chance to do the base, which I want to do as well. So I want to do those changes on the base. So, guys, thank you very much for joining in. Much appreciated. It looks like the stream went okay. I didn't see any problems. I'm going to try to check out the videos and everything. And hope to see you on the next one. Enjoy. Have a nice evening.